Okay, good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Council Lake County Board of Trustees meeting. And with that, we'll have the call to order, please, the roll call.
Mr. Anderson.
Here.
Dr. Kerrigan.
Here.
Ms. Goshgarian. Here. Dr. Griffin.
Here.
Ms. Howland. Mrs. Olschlager. I am here. Ms. Paul. Here. Mr. Condenar.
Here.
Item 1.2, before I ask for a approval of the agenda, a few items that I need to announce. First, at your places, you have a new agenda item 6.4. Policy 907 authorizes alcoholic beverage service and sales. This is a new agenda item and has recommended changes during what I understand President Weber's call around last night. There were some changes to be added. This is a policy is on the first read. Second, agenda item 7.2, which includes pages 25 through 30, is the approval of the resolution adopting the 2016 tax levy. And I'll need to read that before we go on. The proposed levy would increase taxes for the operating funds and special tax levy funds by 4.7% from the 2015 tax extension. The debt service tax levy is based on established schedule of bond payments, and the debt service levy for 2016 will increase by 1.4% from 2015 based on the debt service payment schedule. The total of all levies represents a 4.7 increase from the total 2015 tax extension. The college was not required to publish a notice or conduct a hearing since the levy increase was less than 5%. We'll be voting on that a little bit later in the board agenda. Third item is we're holding agenda 11.6, which is on page 66, terminations for closed session. Fourth is the agenda item 11.2, the positions, additions, reclassifications, reorganizations, deletions, and vacant positions, which you'll find on page 70. The motion should include a change for the position 1139, second row, last column, from classified to specialist. And agenda item 11.
Chairman, can you clarify 11.6? What was that item that's being held? 11.6 is staff benefits.
11.1 is termination.
Is that the one we're holding?
Yes.
Thank you.
Agenda item 11.3 on page 76 is full-time employment. That will be held for closed session. And I will request a closed meeting under the Illinois Compiled Statutes 5 ILCS 120, Section 2C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, and Section 2C2, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees, and Section 2C11, litigation when the public finds that action is probable. There will be action after the closed meeting. Now with that, I will ask for the approval of the agenda, with a roll call. First approval of the agenda.
So moved with all those modifications.
Roll call. Or any further questions? Excuse me. Roll call.
Mr. Condenar.
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan.
Aye.
Ms. Goshgarian. Dr. Griffin.
Aye.
Mrs. Olschlager. Aye. Ms. Paul. Aye. Mr. Anderson.
Aye.
Now approve the minutes 2.1 Committee of the Whole meeting of October 18th, 2016. 2.2 Committee of the Whole meeting of October 25th, 2016. And I'll take 2.3 regular meeting of October 25th, 2016. And 2.4 closed meeting of October 25th, 2016. I'll have a motion for those, please.
So moved.
Comments or questions? Roll call.
Mr. Condenar.
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan.
Aye.
Ms. Goshgarian. Dr. Griffin.
Aye.
Mrs. Olschlager.
Aye.
Ms. Paul. Aye. Mr. Anderson.
I'm going to pass since I wasn't here on the routine.
Okay. Everyone, Karen? Item 3 is to receive notices, communications, hearings, and petitions. This is the part of the meeting where the public may address the board. If someone would like to do so, please approach the podium. State your name and, if available, your written comments or contact information to Karen after you have spoken. Anyone from the audience like to speak to the board? Hi.
Hello. My name is Craig Rich, and I am the president of the Full-Time Faculty Union, and I have already sent Karen a copy of the letter that I'm going to read to you today. Dear members of the board, I am here on behalf of the Full-Time Faculty Union Executive Committee to introduce myself and give a brief update on the state of the faculty. I was elected to the position of Full-Time Faculty Union President last spring and have spent the last few months talking to our faculty about their programs, students, needs, and concerns. What I've heard most from faculty is that they are concerned about the lack of transparency in the college's decision-making process and inconsistent communication from the administration. I have brought these concerns to Dr. Haney and Dr. Weber, and I'm hopeful that we can work together to address them and to develop strategies for increasing transparency and communication. Another of our major concerns is the shrinking number of full-time faculty positions, which is due to the fact that when faculty leave or retire, some positions are not being replaced. We've lost 8 positions since 2012, and due to scheduled retirements, we'll lose 6 more in 2017. This may not seem like a large number, but our programs and students are starting to feel the impact. Small programs are being hit particularly hard. In some cases, programs have lost up to 50% of their full-time faculty with only 1 or 2 retirements. Some programs are struggling because there is a limited number of a limited number of part-time faculty in those specific disciplines. We understand that the main reasons faculty have not been replaced are the institution's decreasing enrollment and our current state budgetary reality. We acknowledge the difficult decisions that was made last spring to cut a number of CLC staff positions. We know these are challenging times for higher education. That said, it is hard for many of us to accept the rationale of not replacing faculty lines when we see other staff and administrative positions being replaced, and in some cases, new positions being created. If one of our primary missions is to educate students, then maintaining a strong core of qualified full-time faculty must take precedence. I know that Dr. Haney has spoken to you about the need to start replacing some of the lost faculty lines, and I hope as you are developing next year's budget, you will make replacing some of these positions a priority. In closing, I'd like to say that our CLC faculty are dedicated, passionate, caring individuals committed to student learning and success, and I'm honored to be standing before you representing them. As the Full-Time Faculty Union President, I plan to drop in every now and again to provide the board with updates about our faculty and about our progress working with the administration. If there's anything you would like to discuss with me in the future, please feel free to ask. I want to thank you for your time. Sincerely, Craig Rich.
Thank you. Anyone else like to address the board?